this is Narrow Dreams. We're going this weekend for a 2-day narrowboat training course. It's not the helmsman's course because the boat that we're buying is at Braunston, and we've got to bring her all the way up to South Yorkshire. We've got to bring her through tunnels, double locks, single locks. We've got to come on along the tidal section of the Trent, which is a bit nerve-wracking to say the least. So what we've done is we've contacted a guy who does training, and he's sort of tailored it to what we need, so we can do a little bit of river stuff. Unfortunately, he can't, from where he is, he can't get us onto a tidal river, and there aren't any tunnels, but there are lots of bridges. There are double locks and single locks. And obviously he's going to show us all the other stuff as well, like mooring up and controlling the boat, you know, slowing it down using reverse and all that sort of thing, he says. Hopefully it will give us a little bit of confidence to be able to safely get the boat back to where we're going, and then obviously once we've got her back home, we'll take her out as often as we can, so that we can get used to her and be safe, considerate boaters for everybody else on the waterway. So we're really looking forward to it. It's we've got to go down to Burton-on-Trent to a place called Shobnall Marina, where we're meeting a guy called Mick Gavigan of Planet Narrowboats. We're going to go out one way, I think, and do some single locks, and then we're going to come back and do some double locks the other way. We're going to stay on the boat overnight and then do sort of more of the same for the second part of the day, and then that will then bring us back to Shobnall Marina, where our car will be over the weekend. So hopefully that's going to, as I say, give us the skills and the confidence to be able to bring her back safely. You know, we're not expecting to be expert helmsman at the end of the weekend. We're just, you know, looking to have a little bit more experience of locks and ropes and things like that. So that's what we're doing this weekend. I've been speaking to a few boaters and stuff like that, and the boat we're buying is a trad stern. Didn't want a trad stern, we wanted a cruiser stern, or failing that we would have put up with a semi-trad. But unfortunately, you know, everybody keeps telling me the boat chooses you, and the one that we fell in love with is a trad stern. Can somebody please tell me something in the comments positive about a trad stern boat? Because, you know, we're going for it. We're buying this boat because we love her. But it would be nice to just hear some positive experiences of people with trad stern boats. So obviously I'm going to be doing some filming of the weekend, some photographs and whatnot, so I hope you enjoy taking this journey of discovery with us. So here are some pictures that I took from the back of Narrowboat Mercury. Typically I forgot to take the camera out of the cabin on the first half of the day. You can see the boat here though, but after lunch I did remember to bring it out with me and to take some pictures. So these are just a few stills that I took, and as I say, didn't get anything of the morning, but we learnt lots. Neil drove the boat all the time up until lunch, but I do have a go later, but there's no video of that. So this is just a little bit of video footage that we took on the day. First day, the boat you can see going past is a hire boat out of Mercia Marina at Willington. So we're going down the Trent and Mersey, and the first part of the day was going towards, if you come out of Shobnall Marina, you'd go left. I'm not sure exactly what it's aiming to down there, but we went up that way and did 6 single locks, and then 6 single locks back. So we were going down, you can see this is down on the way there, I think, and up on the way back. But whichever way, we got lots of experience of doing the paddles and the lock gates. Mostly at this point it was me getting that experience because Neil was doing the driving, so I was sort of learning and the mooring, the knots and things to moor up as we get there. This section was a short section of river. It's a very short section actually. It's only about, well, probably not more than about 100 metres to be honest, that you just have to go down. So it's not really going to mimic what it's going to be like on the Trent, but you know, we did that, and we did it sort of there and then back. You can just see some bollards there that were marking off the weir. So, and here was a heron. I was waiting for him to fly off. Of course he didn't, but we saw lots of wildlife, which is one thing I'm really looking forward to with life on the canals. So among the wildlife we saw was this rather majestic looking lady stood in a field at the side of the canal. This one's not so much wildlife, but this was Mick and Sue's dog, Todd. Very friendly. We had a lovely weekend with Todd, so I thought I'd show you a picture of him. There were lots of ducks, loads and loads of babies on the canal, which was wonderful. Herons, we saw several herons, and coots, we saw an awful lot of coots as well. Couldn't resist taking a picture of this lovely sight. There was a little duck, a little cygnet swimming behind as well, but the little one riding on its mum's back was just too cute not to capture. And then we came upon another heron that was just sitting there, and although I didn't get any video of it, I did manage to get some burst shots as it was taking off. Not brilliant, but you know, as I only had my phone on the weekend, it's not too bad, and we really enjoyed watching it, whether the pictures are any good or not. And then we were treated to this lovely sunset after we had a nice meal in the Green Man in Willington. Very nice food if you get a chance to go there. So that was the first day. So on the Saturday night we moored just down from the Dragon pub in Willington, far enough away from the bridge that goes over the canal to not hear any traffic. Great night's sleep, you know, really peaceful, dark, which it's not when we're at home. There's a street light outside, which doesn't make sleeping really very easy. So, you know, we didn't wake. I expected to be awoken by the birds and stuff very early, but didn't wake till about 6 o'clock. Had breakfast, and then we're ready for another day. So here we are on day 2. Yesterday there's Neil being rather rude, sticking his tongue out. Yesterday I did about 3 hours steering. I went through several locks, and I did some narrow and some not so narrow bridges. As I say, I did about 3 hours, but obviously I can only film when I'm not steering the boat. So these are all of Neil. And again, one of the highlights of the day was all the wildlife. So we've got a very nice patch of blue sky there and lots of little swan babies. We came across this single cow. Then we came across a few more cows. And then the field was full of cows, with even a couple coming down to, well, either to drink or just to look at their reflections in the water, I'm not sure. Anyway, we carried on, we're up to our first double lock, and if you can see the blue right on the right-hand side, the blue and cream boat, it turned out to be a bit of an adventure. That boat was actually stuck. This is as we were moving it round, but it was actually stuck because its propeller had fallen off. So we breasted up alongside it, pulled it over and left them there to obviously sort it out then themselves. It was a hire boat, so the hire company were coming out the following day. So this is now the boat that we rescued is behind Neil as he pulls out in Mercury, and as you can see he's just pulling it into the lock now, which as I said is the first double lock we've done. So Mick wanted to show us how you know, if you open the wrong paddles and whatnot, then it'll push the boat all over the place. But if you do it right and you watch what the water is doing and what effect it's having on the boat, it'll just keep it pushed to one side, and you won't be thrown about like a cat in a washing machine, because nobody wants that, do they? So it was a very useful weekend. We learnt loads. Obviously, when we come to take the boat down, I'm sure we're going to find lots of things that we didn't learn, and it'll be a bit of a quick steep learning curve, but it really was very useful. And if you've not got much experience and you're buying a boat, I would definitely say to do the training, because it is worth every penny. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a like. If you want to follow our journey, then subscribe to the channel. If you want to get notifications when there are new videos, click the little bell icon in the top corner. Thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. Please do give us your comments on anything boating related, but in particular anything that you've found with trad sterns. We would like some positive comments if possible, as that's what we're buying, so that would be great. Hopefully the next video will probably be the start of our journey bringing Birdsong back from Braunston. So I hope to see you then.